All right, Todd's back. A lot of people, listen, we've seen that, the mountains have gotten some white stuff.
Sure.
Obviously, people are skiing already, but there's a lot of people around here. They're like, all right, we got what? 17 days to go till Christmas.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind having a little aesthetically pleasing white stuff around. So,
I hear you. I know a lot of people are ready for it, and a lot aren't. But this isn't going to be a terribly impactful storm system.
And then it's going to all go away.
It's all going to melt
Saturday
away this
anyway,
weekend
so, yeah.
anyway in the warmth. Yeah. So let's get started. We've got some cold air that's been working over the border with some light northerly winds right now. Temps are really cold up in the mountains, 20s elsewhere. And while there isn't much wind to gust around, we're going to continue to feel this wind out of the north, and that's going to supply us all day long with that cold air. So we're not going to see any mixing like we have recently with a lot of storm systems. The storm still really hasn't formed very well. It's off of the Carolinas. It's going to link up with this upper level energy, which, by the way, will produce that trough, that inverted trough that we've been talking about. The storm itself stays pretty far offshore, but that trough's going to start to show up a little bit later this morning over southern Maine, and that's when we first start to see a few snowflakes by mid-morning, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning down along the south coast. And then that snow sort of expands in coverage up the coastline into eastern Maine midday and into the afternoon. We aren't going to see any temperature change. A lot of the time, this snow is going to be on the light side. It'll be kind of mood snow, giving you a good feeling. But every once in a while, you run into some heavier bursts, and then they'll kind of flare out, and then a new one will flare up. This evening, though, the snow shifts into eastern Maine, where that inverted trough was probably going to set up right in here. Be careful, roads may grease up a little bit this afternoon. I think your morning commute's fine, though. But a new treatment of salt may be out there, and plows may need to be out there, too, later on this afternoon and evening. And all night long, that focus is going to be over eastern Maine, with that trough setting up in eastern areas, Hancock, Washington counties especially. That's where the most intense snow will be later on tonight. And because of that, it's going to be kind of nasty tomorrow morning for getting around. Final flakes will be falling early tomorrow morning. Outside of the mountains, getting a few more flurries. We'll start clearing out and get back to some sunshine. So the snowfall amounts, again, it doesn't look like a big deal, a dusting to 2 inches for most of us. But down East Maine, you're going to get a little bit more, 2 to 5 inches of snow. Bar Harbor, out through the bays, Passamaquoddy and Cobscook, up to about the Calais area, maybe to Topsfield and Danforth. We'll keep an eye on that. But again, not a huge snowstorm system. All right, snow showers return on Friday after a quiet day tomorrow. We'll see a coating possible as this warm front moves in. This warm front will bring in milder air, but in the morning on Saturday, there is a chance for a little ice across the interior. And then we get those southerly winds again like we did earlier this week. Things warm up. We get into some rain showers both in the morning and again Saturday evening into the night. We'll clear out on Sunday and the winds are going to howl, but it's not a true northwest direction. It's more of a westerly direction. So this air mass that's coming in won't have the bite that the last one did from central Canada. It's not going to be as cold late in the weekend or next week. In fact, things look like they're going to be on a warm up for later in the week too. So we'll see some milder air next week. All right, marine forecast, small crafts are up, seas 3 to 4 feet, northeast winds 15 to 25 knots. Periods of light snow develop today, coating to a couple of inches are likely through the evening hours, and then it tapers off for most of us, except down East Maine, where you're going to see a little bit more from that inverted trough. Partly sunny skies develop tomorrow, highs in the 30s. Stays cold on Friday with some snow showers around, not a big deal. Early Saturday morning might be a little tricky out there, might be some slippery spots, and then it warms up. We climb into the 40s. We see off and on rain showers into the night. We'll clear out on Sunday. It's windy, temps in the low 40s. They stay steady all day long. Early next week, a mix of sun and clouds, upper 40s on Monday, and it stays in the 40s the majority of next week with some milder air hanging around the northeast for a change. Something to look forward to next week.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.